keep your room dark as possible. Ideally, very dark, pitch black. Now this can be challenging, and it can take a little bit of creativity. Now there's numerous studies. So the things I'm talking about here, as you know, I'm very well studied myself, and come from the background of being a professional investigator, researcher. But there's more people who are more scientific and more nerdy than myself who back this stuff up. So you can look it up. Many, many studies about sleep. One of them is that you sleep deeper the more dark that it is. And now this makes only natural horse sense, because if you think about it, you want to replicate the experience of you being deep, deep within a cave, which would be pitch black. If you think about it, if you go back in anthropology, in our origins of a species, if you were in a cave deep, the deeper you are, the more deeper you would be able to sleep, because the more insulated and far away and protected you would be from threats. So it only makes sense that you can sleep deeper the more dark that it is. Now you can get blackout curtains, which can be expensive or on the pricey side. If that's a concern, you can do a DIY solution. You can get some blankets, and it works better if you get thick blankets. And basically, you want to use the blinds of the window, pull those down, but also then you want to put blankets over the windows. So what you do is you get like either a nail or a thumbtack. But if you get a thumbtack, you need to get the bigger kind of thumbtacks with a really fat knob on the outside, not just the little thumbtacks. And basically you put up 4 nails or 4 thumbtacks around the corners of the windows and the wall on the outside of the windows. And you pull the blinds down on the windows, and then you stretch this blanket over. You basically punch 4 holes in the 4 corners of the blanket, and you let it hang on one side off the 2 nails or the 2 thumbtacks. And then when it's time for bed, you put the blinds down on the window, and you and you lift up the blanket and you hang it up over to black it out. Now, during the daytime, you can take it back down and let it hang. Now, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing curtain. Okay, your wife or your girlfriend might not like how it looks very much. If that's the case, just take the blanket completely off and fold it up every day, every morning, and put it in your closet. Because that way you can still look through your bedroom window if you want to take it up and down. I just leave it up because I don't spend a lot of time in my bedroom unless I'm sleeping. Now here's the other thing that you need to be aware of is you should also consider, if you do that, you'll notice when you turn the lights out at night, now there's no light coming through the window. If you black it out, great. But it's still coming through the other windows of the home. It's still coming through the bedroom door. So you can buy these little insulation strips from your local home improvement store or online, and you can attach these to the edges of the door. That way there's no more crack in the door. So when the door closes, it has these little strips with these little this little thing that extends out, and it creates a seal against the door frame. So it completely seals it, and now that's going to block out the light coming in through the door. Now, I like to sleep in the pitch black, personally, completely dark. Can't even see my hand in front of my face. And I'm telling you, if you've never done that, it's amazing. It'll be the deepest and most effective sleep you've ever had. So much to the point, if I'm not in the pitch black, it takes me longer to fall asleep. If I'm traveling, for example, I travel with a sleep mask that I wear, because otherwise the light makes it harder for me to fall asleep.